Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome into the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the Gallagher Premiership final. Saracens taking on the Sale Sharks. This should be a very entertaining game. I see Luke Pearce has got the whistle to be in charge of this one. They have actually mentioned that the two sides are wearing their colourblind kits so that everyone is able to experience the action of this final. But the whistle has been blown. It is going to be underway. Sale Sharks kicking off to the Saracens. Nicely taken by Alex Good. This is a fantastic atmosphere at the moment at Twickenham. These are the lineups. Saracen. Already the penalty goes the way of Saracens. We're only 10 seconds into the contest, but look out for Owen Farrell setting up his back line. Max Malin's on the outside. Always entertaining to see what he can do. Also some of those big forwards with Maro Itoje and Jamie George, a couple other English internationals. Then looking through at Sale very quickly. George Ford starts at 10. Manu Tuolangi on his outside with Duprea in the midfield. And then also Curry in the 4-pack. And Akafenda Merva always scoring tries for the Sale Sharks. But it's thrown in by Saracens. And Jamie George has the ball here at the back of the rolling maul. It has gone down awkwardly, but I believe it is still going to be play on just for now. Up to the halfway line. So Saracens, they are wearing the white for this game, whereas the Sale Sharks, they are wearing the red, which is a little bit different to what we normally see them wearing. Normally they would be in that dark blue. Nicely taken by Sale Sharks, just out from their own 22 now. Trying to get straight into that breakdown. I believe he's done it legally, Ronnie Maui, but then ends up giving the ball straight back to the Sale Sharks. And also, where is this being played? See, however, it is being played at Twickenham. Alright, and afternoon match certainly is. It's a nice early game before the URC final, which is just around the corner as well. Ball has gone high. And nicely taken by Alex Good again. He is playing fullback for this game. Now Jamie George taking up contact. Now both of these sides normally have very high tackling percentage stats. Farrell decides to put up the big boot. The first one of the day. It's looking straight into the sun as well, which is going to make it tricky. Saracens managed to pick it up, and now they have got possession. Ronnie Maui does well to be able to hang on to that ball. Now only sitting about 15 metres out from the line. Owen Farrell back across again. Big shot coming in the midfield. This is going to be important that they get this first defensive effort right, because if you blow this one, it's a long day at the office ahead of you. Zekwe, nice run. 22 metres out. Owen Farrell decides to opt for the passing option there, going on the outside. Now opening up Max Malin's for his first run of the day, I should say. Funsell. Some big contact coming in from Curry for his first tackle. Made of the contest. Farrell with the nice offload. Another one there. Ben Earl only a couple metres out for the line now for the Saracens. Passing. Did end up hitting the hand. I believe it is going to be play on now. Oh, now it becomes the advantage for offside. Going off to the right-hand side now. Offload again. Good goes to Funsell. Drops his head 5 metres out for the line. Saracens look like they want to play this game at 1,000 miles an hour at the moment. And yes, Sale are Sharks. Are Sharks and Saracens are just English Leinster, says Gareth. And this is a good curtain raiser for the main game later. In Cape Town, penalty goes back for the Saracens. Yeah, big game just around the corner, of course. URC final between the Stormers and Munster. I have a couple fun stats about that game. I will be mentioning them on that next stream, but I'll mention them now as well. Stormers have never beaten Munster. They have played them twice and lost both times. Sorry, Grant, but I feel like there's a chance that it could be a different one today. Different result, that is. Saracens will take on the 3 points early on in the contest. Might as well give it the crack and get those early points on the board. The proper rugby comp, says Gareth there. Sounds like there's already a lot of chat going on between the referee and a couple of the Saracens players. Farrell will just make sure this one goes over. They do take the early lead now, 3-0. Saracens are sitting over the Sale Sharks in this final URC, the best league, says Eli Scout. Now Funsell. Sorry, not Funsell, the Sale Sharks will be the team kicking off this one again. Not sure what's worse, Prem or Trans, whatever it is. says Gareth. But English Premiership also fire, says Eli Scout. Yeah, the Saracens certainly a tough side to beat in this competition. Sale Sharks will learn that throughout this comp. I think Saracens will definitely start this game quickly, although that's going to be bumping back into the hands of Curry. Now a chance here for the Sale Sharks to have their first real crack of the contest. Shona has the run for now. Manu Tuolangi tackling him low was Ben Earl, but he gets back up to his feet and is able to have another crack. The Saracens players are a bunch of gobby bastards, says Grant there. And next week you may need a live stream just for package. Another one. Wait, are the ones you are talking, Kerr, the ones that that I know about? Or are there more? No, it's 3 down. How many more to go? Bankrupt. Says Gareth. That will be a penalty against Owen Fell. Just got trapped underneath the breakdown, and I think, yeah, he knows he's on the wrong side. Ross just goes over to him and kind of laughs in his face. They will go for the 3 points now, though. That might make the score 3-all. 6 minutes in, we could be sitting 3-3. It's a beautiful afternoon, though, isn't it? Sun's out, absolutely steaming. Not sure what ones you know about. Okay. How many in total do you know of currently? Because I know of, I think, 3 of them. Red Carpet Farrell's such a eggplant. Total eggplant, says Kurt. It's as if you knew I was going to say it. And I noticed the crowds at these games are always more vocal compared to Super Rugby games. That's mainly because there's also more people in attendance, so you can kind of hear them a bit better. But yeah, they love their rugby just that little bit more, I would say, in terms of being loud and supporting their team. Hi all, don't forget to hit the notification button. I'm on the move today on my phone. Hit that like button. Says Robert there. That kick is successful, now making the score 3-all. Scoreboard doesn't agree. It's got 1-3. Can we get another one? Tell you what, we're going to try a click. Nope. Doesn't do it. And hi, Hammy. Is our man Marco Vunipola playing? He is not in the starting lineup, and he is not coming off the bench, unfortunately, for Marco Vunipola. I think it's 3, yeah. Okay, so I know about the 3. I know about the balls and 2 kits, I believe. That's the ones that I know about. And can Sale cause an upset? I mean, they certainly could. They've got the potential to be able to do so. Been told to use it, please. Ball will be going high now from Gassois. Gassois sounds very French, but that's his first and last name. Going to be knocked on. Oh no, it's off the shoulder, so it's play on. Now big run from Akafinda Merva. He is a beast who will just run at anyone at any given time. Hi all, says Richard, welcome in. Now Gassois gives it off now to the left-hand side. Looks like he might be going for the box kick now. Luke Pearce saying to speed this one up. Use it, please. He said that quite a few times. Are you going to do the live commentary on the Barbarians versus Will 15 tomorrow? That is the plan. Have to work out where to watch it. I believe there's the option of watching it in the UK on 5. I just have to make sure. I have to make sure that is where I can watch it. Other than that, there will be an option somewhere, though, I think. And Safas rub people up the wrong way. We do. Any comp with us causes less conflict and makes it us, except the French, because they hate each other more than anyone else. Says Gareth, I don't know the balls. I need to arrange once I'm home. They are not in the... Well, that's a plot twist, isn't it? So there's 3 that aren't including the balls. Okay. So there may be one that I don't know about. Are you going to do the Munster match start after this one? We are indeed. So the match is starting at 4:30. We are starting at 4:15. It's on Freeview on Channel 5, says Richard there. So yeah, I'll just have to make sure that the VPN's all fired up, ready to go. Yeah, hopefully goes smoothly watching with a VPN. I haven't actually tested a VPN since getting our new Wi-Fi. And we've had our new Wi-Fi for about 4 months. So hopefully it's good. Now ball about to be fed in by Funsal. It will be a Saracen scrum feed. 9 minutes into the contest. Big love, lads. If both these teams. It's the spirit. Welcome in, Sebastian. You're looking forward to the next match? Oh, it's a free kick to the Saracens. Overleaning. That's what some people would say about my posture a little bit. Are you that keen to watch? Sign Hamish, I'm doing this for you. Or Cy Hamish, you that keen to watch? Cy Hamish, I'm doing this for you. You that keen to watch? Cy Hamish, I'm doing this for you. What are you doing for me, Gareth? I am confused. The 15 game? Come on, Munster, says Richard. Now Funsell, they have decided to go for another scrum. Oh no, gone down this time. And that'll be the penalty to Saracens. Now it'll be about 48 metres out. There's Marco Vunipola hanging around in the stands. And come on, Munster, says Richard. Back injury for Marco, unfortunately. He's getting sick of carrying that forward pack of Saracens. Just kidding. Haha. Banter. We got jokes. Now, another chance for Jamo George to start to get that rolling maul in action. He just goes straight down in front. I think that was a Ronnie Maui, the man penalised for that one. He just kind of nods and goes, yeah, didn't quite work out. In fact, it was Simon McIntyre. Put it where you can see. Says Gareth. Put it where you can see. Is in like for me with the VPN. I'm so confused, Gareth. Penalty. Oh, this is about a quadruple blow of the whistle here. This doesn't look good. That might be Jamie George. Unfortunately, as the Barbarians match on TV tomorrow. What channel? Channel 5 apparently. A lad sitting here by the stadium now for the URC final later. Says Yanlu, yeah, should be an awesome atmosphere. Sold out. Plenty of fans in attendance. Right, Jamie George lined up by Curry and the shoulder. Now, he ducked his head a little bit. It's on Channel 5 in the UK. Says Richard, this is just an unfortunate one that Curry looked like he was going for the arm wrap, but the old mate was down at about his kneecap. Yeah, Tom Curry, absolutely, he hurt Jamie George badly. Unfortunately, and Gareth's been on the piss for about 8 days. 8 days. Be gentle with him. I did see that. He's been on an absolute bender. I didn't even realise it was possible to be on the piss 8 days in a row. But Gareth he's well and truly doing it. Doing it well as well, I guess you could say. I've been okay. Come on, says Gareth. I don't think we're going to be going on the piss when we go up to Christchurch. Me, George, Daniel, and Daniel's girlfriend. Mainly because we go up on the Sunday morning and then have to check out of the hotel at 11 a.m. on Monday morning. So that gives us, not much time, depending on who's driving, of course. We'll get some time to do something. We're hoping we're going to be hanging out with Isaac all day. We're going to be doing a whole heap of random activities, mini golfing, go-karting, laser tagging, bowling, whatever we can find that's doable. We were considering golf, but we thought it may take too long. But go-karting would be a lot of fun. Is it on Sky Sports tomorrow in Great Britain? Not sure, sorry. By the sounds of it, it's on a free-to-air channel instead of Sky Sports. That's gone down in the front row again at scrum time. Both front rows eating more grass than a cow at the moment. Their faces in the dirt. That is going to be the penalty now in favour of the Sale Sharks. Marco Riccioni getting that one wrong when he's hit there with Simon McIntyre. Hopefully George drives you lot up in the combine, says Grant. You think that will increase our chance of pulling ladies, Grant? We have a big combine. To be fair, I think we might be taking Daniel's ute because his car might be the only one that can get up there without breaking down on the way. It's about a 3-hour drive. And, yeah, cars are a bit rough at the moment. Now, Aka van der Merwe. Throwing that one in. That wasn't very straight, but Luke Pearce says, might as well let it go. Manu Tuilangi, big carry forward. Trying to break through that tackle of Owen Farrell, who eventually drags him down. Daniel should drive. He's never on. And should teetotal, says Gareth. And ladies love the combine, Says Grant, and I would watch, but I don't have Channel 5. You don't actually need a subscription or anything. It's completely free. All you have to do is download or pretty much go on the Channel 5 website and you can watch. There's no real... Oh, Tuolangi has the ball stripped by Farrell. Maybe something they learned in the England camp. Carries it a little bit loose. Massive kick. And it's a 50-22 for Saracens as well. Then we should see a Kiwi Lads gets pissed, says Gareth. Oh, that would be a miserable ride home, though. 3 hours in a car if you're hungover would just suck. You'd be sitting there going, oh, why did I do what I did? It'd be fun at the time, though. I'm going to check the weather. We didn't even check the weather for the weekend. Imagine if it's absolutely pissing down with rain. That would be utterly sad. Where is it? There we go. Nah, it's supposed to... Oh, geez. It's supposed to be 6 degrees and 11 degrees is the split. You have to make an account or profile on the channel, but other than that, it's 100% free. Says Richard there. Just stay pissed. Says Gareth, that is your tactic, isn't it? That seems to work not too badly for yourself, Gareth. I have to say, you've been doing very well. I'm looking forward to a breakfast, though. I feel like going somewhere that has a breakfast is fun. You know? Out and about. Oh, we'll go get breakfast. Has some McD's and Bloody Marys, says Gareth. Yeah, the good old combo. We could get a bacon and egg McMuffin from McDonald's as the morning gift or the morning meal. Thrown in behind nicely for Saracens. Currently 13 minutes into this contest. Okay, we can actually hear the assistants quite loudly. Gareth doesn't get hangovers because he's never sober. Says Sebastian. I'm the same. I don't have the Channel 5 either. I have a question. The place that we're staying at has a sauna. So, theoretically, if you were to drink a whole heap of alcohol and then go in the sauna... Wait, no, that's probably really unhealthy, actually. I was going to say, can you sweat the alcohol out? But that would probably get rid of your water, and then that would actually get you really, really bad. Like, that's probably a lethal combination. Drinking alcohol doesn't cause hangovers. It's a common misconception. It's stopping drinking that results in a hangover. Exactly right. But I feel like if I use the gym at the facilities for 1 hour or 30 minutes, I'm going to feel very happy with myself. Went 7 years without a hangover. Jeez. 7 years. That's decent. I went... Well, I was just going to say when I was young, but that's not really an example. You shouldn't be drinking when you're in primary school, should you? Has the concept of breakfast finally reached Christchurch? They're finally catching up with the rest of the world. It's just my brain. Anytime I see a breakfast on a menu or something, I'm like, this is absolutely fantastic. But the problem is we didn't even get the compulsory breakfast, which is really sad. But there were like modifications you can make where you get a free breakfast. Well, not a free breakfast. You pay a lot of money for your breakfast. So instead we decided we wouldn't get the breakfast. And that made little Hamish sad. As I just checked, it might be 3 deliveries, maybe 4. But it's currently 5 items. Okay. Are they all arriving this week, Kerr? That's the thing. Last week, after that first package arrived, I was on edge. Every morning, I would end up walking to the back door, opening the curtains, looking down at the ground because that's normally where they leave the packages, and I go, okay, we're all right today. Nothing there. Just put a bit of salt in your water and you're good, says Gareth. And I've tried curing a hangover with the sauna. It just dehydrates you even more. Yeah, I thought it would. It was like... Because alcohol stays in the system quite a bit, doesn't it? Whereas it would be the water that comes out. But yeah. Yeah, I would think that... It's weird a sauna, isn't it, when you think about it? Because if I go in the sauna and sweat, ref gets it with a ball. Alright, Toje not too heavy. Luke Pearce getting that one slightly wrong. Yeah, question is, if I sweat out, let's say... We'll just say 1 litre of water, okay? Not correct, just a number as an example. If I sweat out 1 litre of water in a sauna, and then I drink 1 litre of water afterwards, Does that just cancel each other out? Or does it because I sweated it out, does that do something better for me? I assume it does something better for you, but it's weird, isn't it? I think so. International delivery might take longer than no ideas. Sent you on Discord as well. Okay, I did see that the purple and the orange almost reminded me a little bit of what was it? Something came to my mind. One of the local teams here, I think, has a little bit of that color. And why has nobody buried Farrell, the eggplant, yet? He's doing well, Owen. Doing decently for his side. And better, it's like a flush out. Okay. Good. Purple and gold. I like it. It looks like it would be tight. It looks like it really hugging the system. Get the old vacuum seal out and suck all the air away. Get in the sauna. Have at least 2 litre with a bit of salt in it. And you're good as rain, says Gareth. Okay, so I'm on the wagon often for months, and I started birthday drunkenness and haven't wanted to stop. Is there a stage where we will have to try and get you to stop, Gareth, do you think? I prayed to the porcelain god when I was 14 after drinking Sculling Miami wine cooler, and now I don't drink at all. Haven't since I was about 22. I see. Yeah, that seems to be some people have the experience when they're young and they hate it, and then they're like, nah, not for me. Or UK strips are like that. It's for warmth. Yeah, that's fair enough. You guys play in some pretty chilly conditions. I remember when I used to play rugby, we actually showed up to the field, I believe it was up north a little bit, and there was actually a dead mouse stuck to the field that had frozen there, which was kind of cool. Not ideal, though, when you realise you're about to play on that field, and it actually snowed on the way home. If you sweat out 1 litre and then drink 1 litre while a tree falls in the forest, is that the sound of one hand clapping? What? Saracens leading 6-3. I don't even remember their second penalty, but Sale Sharks about to kick their second penalty as well to make it 3 or 6-6, I should say. We're doing tongue twisters and mind bogglers, and I forgot there was a game on. That kick's going over 6-6 at the moment. Sunday 12 on the wagon. Gareth can't be stopped, says Fleshin. Who do we think Chiefs will play in the quarterfinal? It's really hard to tell, isn't it? Because there's actually 5 or 6 teams that could end up in that position. But, I mean, I'd like to see the Fijian draw in the top 8. It would just be a shame if they had to go up against the Chiefs in their game. It's like going for a run, sweat it out in your food, says Gareth. And some alcohol is eliminated as well. It's essential you refill with the water you lost. Don't stop, I believe in you, says Kerr. And also, we have got... No, I think I read them all. I'm on fire with the reading. I forgot how to read yesterday on the... Wait, what's today? Friday? No, it's not Friday. I forgot how to read on Friday. I couldn't read jokes off my phone. I was trying to tell them on the live stream, and it wasn't working. Flesh in, you on the Europus? You can't judge, says Gareth. Phil Morrow, related to 2. So I had to do it, didn't I? Did anyone get that joke? Not sure. Phil Morrow, related to 2. 2 Morrow, yeah, good. 6-all at the moment after 19 minutes in this Gallagher Premiership final. Is everyone staying up for the URC final? Do let me know. Who is refereeing the Munster match? Not actually sure yet. I hope it's not Jaco Piper. I hope it's not Mike Adamson. Who else do I hope it's not? Those are probably the 2 main ones. I wouldn't mind a French referee because no matter whether he has a good game or a bad game, everyone's just going to hate him anyway. And look, Hamish, your brothers are in, says Gareth there. Yeah, we've got all the boys. The boys are back in town. I think that's why I put the link in that group chat, because I was like, 3 out of 4 at least of you guys are going to show up if I put it in there. Now, nice bouncing ball. Ben Earls ends up with the ball. Missed the first package reveal. He did. It's over there. Tell you what, we'll get it at half time. It is just on that chair. My arm's not quite long enough. It's at 5:30 p.m. here in Ireland, so I'll be wide awake and drinking, says Richard. Oh. Okay. there's some people out on the field who have got flares, some orange flares. They've decided to run around on the field, and one of the players, I think, absolutely smashed him by the sounds of it. Right. Couple players injured, and some people decided to try and put flares on the field. That is something you don't see every day. Okay, one of them's still trying to get his flare going. Oh, Marco threw it over the side, or one of the forwards did, I believe, and it's gone. That's something I didn't expect to see for the final. They are now being taken off the field, still trying to get his flare working. And all drama and WTF, stop oil protest. And did any of them get smashed? I think one of them did by one of the players, if I'm not wrong. So I don't know what's going to happen here. I think it's going to be a scrum for one of the two sides. They are rampant in the UK, says Kerr. And oil protested Dix. Says Fleshin, and it doesn't matter who's the referee. Munster can fly a behave Gareth a kite. And there. And also we have got May Soberum up though, and the Georgian ref will be in charge in Cape Town. Oh, okay. And also they are trying to get the match stopped. No, I don't think they're trying to get it stopped. I think they just want attention. Which, I mean, don't know whether it worked or not. I don't even know what it was for. I was surprised the camera showed that. It was hard for them to find an angle that didn't have it though. Okay, sounds like someone... Right, so players are going off the field with injury. I was confused. I was like, why is there a player now turning orange? That's what my brain was thinking at 2:30 a.m, ladies and gentlemen. I was like, geez, someone's popped something and it's, yeah, not working. I'm up, says Robert. And woke dunks, says Gareth. Now they are back out on the field. Ready to go. But yeah, I think one of them got smashed by a player. I think it might have been Mauro Itoje. See, they're showing it close up, so they've decided to show the damage. Oh yeah, Daly now on the field. That is for Sean Maitland. After an injury, that is not good news for Saracens. And also they want to stop using oil worldwide. Throwing orange paint in museums, at sporting events, etc. So they want to stop using oil. Like oil from the ground, or like canola and whatnot. Can we still like have like vegetable oil with our food, or is that not allowed either? I assume it's like the proper oil stuff, isn't it? See, I didn't even know this was happening. That's why I think I'm so oblivious to the world. Like, I had no idea what it meant. And they really need to. I'm all for the environment, but what are they even trying? Says Gareth. Now I'm just thinking about how hard it would be to actually clean up a museum after some orange has been in there. Now going back across, making the Mona Lisa look like an Oompa Loompa. Now that's loose. Oh, he's tackled without the ball. Penalty try. It's the penalty try, and I think it's going to be maybe a yellow card as well. They should stop using oxygen. Yellow card there. It was a mistake from the Sale Sharks, and Saracens now get themselves the try. And Maitland's, he was about to score, but he didn't quite get the chance to because he got tackled early. He was all excited. Going off to that short side. The grubber in behind. They just caught the players out of position. Then Maitland kicked it forward. And then, yeah, tackled without the ball. You're okay with veggies as long as you plough the fields with horses. Says Flesh in there. And while eating soybeans, killing everything. And thinking they're making a change. And also, where they just stop oil protesters. The ones that ruin the snooker as well. Says Sebastian. I think so. Why orange, though? Out of all the colours. I guess it's bright, but I don't know what the reason is behind the orange colour. I would have thought they'd go with green, to be honest, because it's like, you know, green's supposed to be good. Green means go. Orange means slow down. So does that mean they just want us to slow down with the oil? Maybe. One's gone into touch. Sean Daly. Sean Daly? Elliot Daly out there on the field, sorry. And I'm okay with veggies when you you broke me, Gareth. No, we're going to get it. There we go. Subsistence farmers, says Gareth. I feel like it doesn't have the same effect of a sentence when I mess it up 15 times, does it? But I don't want to try and say it again. Hamish Watson, says Bupa. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. URC final just around the corner. Are you nervous at all? That's going to be another penalty to Sale Sharks. So even though they do have a man disadvantage, they're still hanging in this contest. While I work in the oil business, and I sure as if won't stop, especially after ruining me entertainment. Sebastian. And sustenance. Yeah, I can say it now. It was just the first. It's adding sub in front of it. Subsistence is actually a bit of a tongue twister. Subsistence. See, you just sound like you kind of stuck. Right, Sale Sharks. They could kick a 3 here, be 4 points down, or they can kick for the corner. They are missing Tom Curry, though. So I wouldn't be surprised if they go for the 3 here. Yep, going for the kick. George Ford, normally pretty consistent when it comes to getting his kicks over. The oil industry is probably paying my salary, says Grant. The cruise ship business is playing mine. Banter. No. I'm also... Oh, I jinxed George Ford. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. I'm full of them today. I think I'm overtired. I think that late night last night, I stayed up till like 5:30 a.m. editing lineup videos and then got up at like 12:30 and thought I would be completely wide awake. Kick gone down. Nicely done. I actually, fun fact, ladies and gents, 1 year, I believe I had to stop a Gallagher Premiership final live stream. That's not even a lie. I was that tired that I almost fell asleep on the stream. I was sitting there like this. And then I was like, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm going to have to end it. At that stage, I think we had like 3 people watching, so they understood. But I had to go up at halftime, get a glass of water to see if that would wake me up more. Nice pass on the outside. Now, to the man who almost got himself the try recently. Nice backline movement here. Working well. Tell you what, Maui's decided he wants a bit of a cat. Or a crack. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I got a weird American accent halfway through that. You know, I'm nervous with this one. As those matches, all the Stormers play, have to put on a massive performance, can't just fly on money, Libok. Yeah, that's the thing. He's had a couple good games in a row, or one good game in a row, hasn't he? If he has a shocker, it's not good. And then the question is, do they change their kicking option to Valimza if they're willing to go for him? My English fails, you were right. Substance was the word. You need a nice water bottle with chilled lemon water during the live streams. See, I went through a patch how I was having water on the streams. And then for some reason, the water disappeared. I mean, I actually have a big bottle here. Did that look like someone threw it to me? That was the goal. There's a little bit in it. Not a huge amount. It's a knock-on. It isn't that old. It's from today. Don't panic. That is nice. Hydrating. Can go in the sauna for longer now. Manu Tuilangi knocking the ball on. In that case. Yeah, weird one for George Ford to miss. He normally nails pretty much everything from pretty much everywhere on the field. Coach not looking happy at the moment. Five minutes remaining of the yellow card. Hey, he's got the water bottle too. We're twins. Maybe a personal one, or maybe a more personal one would increase the hydration rate. Oh no. How can you make a drink bottle personal? Is it like the brand on it, or is it going to be one of those ones? I know they have the ones that like your phone reminds you when to drink because they're like connected through Bluetooth. I know those are a thing, but yeah, this one's just a big old bottle of Kiwi Blue spring water. Lovely. Are we in spring at the moment? Because or else if we're not, they're lying. Hamish is a toucan Sam, isn't he? I think I'm probably less than a toucan Sam. I get drunk off tiredness, which is something that sounds like it's a lie, but no, it somehow happens, you know? Where was it the other day that I saw a picture of me with a hammer? I don't think I've got it on the stream, but I've got it on my phone. That could be a fun halftime thing to look at. I have no idea how to use Snapchat. That's the scary thing. What do I do? This one. No, not that one. Okay. Okay, I don't know how to use Snapchat. I was going to find my old snaps that I have sent, but I couldn't find. Oh no, I might have found them. Okay, yeah, no, it's not there. Need to start selling Kiwi Lads merch, says Kerr. I mean, we've had ideas. Like, we actually went through a patch about a month ago where we were trying to come up with something, but we just weren't sure how to design it so it looked good. Type thing. Tiredness sounds like bad beer, says Grant. I mean, what Kiwi doesn't drink? That's a penalty to Sale Sharks, and a big spank on the ass from Dupree. He liked that one, yes, boy. And the fact that you knew what that was tells me you up for a drink or two, says Gareth. But yeah, I made best friends with a hammer when I got invited to a party when I was in my younger years. And it was quite a bit of fun. Finding your old scent snaps could be a dangerous game. Be careful what you put on the screen. You know, I haven't got too many bad ones. The bad ones you don't save, hey? You know it. And tiredness sounds like a Scottish beer sold around the lake. Tiredness, eh? I heard something about the Loch Ness Monster the other day, which was interesting. I guess I should share it, seeing as I brought up. Apparently it was a guy who was annoyed that the newspapers got his stories wrong, so he made up one and then they got that one right, or something along those lines. Oh, that was big contact. Old mate's chin hit his back. Now 5 metres out from the line. Big carry for Manu Tuolangi joining the breakdown. It's good to see that he hasn't broken his leg yet. 29 minutes into a contest. Now back across. Getting a little bit closer. Around the side to Tuolangi. Nope, just short again. Oh, so she might screenshot, mate. Yeah, although Snapchat's good because it does tell you when they screenshot so you can keep an eye on them, you know. You know who to send what to. That sounds like I'm experiencing something. I'm honestly not. That's close to the line. I think I have the lowest snap score of any person I know, which is pretty much based off how many Snapchats you send. How far is Fiji from New Zealand? As northwest of New Zealand or northeast? So it is northwest. That looks close to the line. Luke Pearce just opened up two players as if he was trying to get a baby out of a womb there. He just went, anyone in there? Yep, no, the ball wasn't quite down. Oh, really? Sorry, don't have it, says Gareth. Oh, they're going upstairs now. That's a bit of a gruesome analogy as well. And the baby out of the womb. I guess the better example would have been trying to get a calf out of a cow or a heifer. You know? Actually, I've seen a man with his arm right up a calf. Or sorry, right up the mother calf. Or the mother cow, heifer, patchy white and black thing. Northeast of New Zealand, a few hundred miles. Says Kerr. Did I go the wrong way? Is it northeast or northwest? But it's about a 3.5 hour plane ride or 4 hour plane ride, I believe, from appearance. Trying to get a baby out of the womb. Why did you think of that? Don't know. It's late at night and I've lost my filter, it would seem. So this is a dangerous few hours. Who knows? Now we are on baby animals. How does a hippo give birth? Geez, that would hurt, wouldn't it? And more north, though they're northeast. That's given as a try. Right. This is going to be a close game by the looks of it. A cattle fister? Yeah, a little bit. But he pulled something out of it as well. Munster versus Stormers today, it is going to be a good game. That didn't make the noise. We bring out the worst in Hamish. If you get on a boat, how long does it take to get there? Fiji from New Zealand. Hippos lay eggs? Do they? Bugger off, do they? No, because they're mammals. Mammals, the only mammal that lays an egg is a bloody platypus, isn't it? I don't want to look up hippo giving birth, but I might have to. A human can give birth to a human? Would hurt you. Bloody would too. Ball, head up in the air. Advantage to the Sail Sharks for the knock-on. 32 minutes into the contest, and we asked them 13-13. Yes, your Irish Munster is playing today. Says Gareth. Hamish, they're after me. What, the Irish? Or the Hippos? I'd assume one of the two. And Woo Mates twins, says Karma Peach. In there as well. We had a pair of twins in our year. They looked different, mainly because they were male and female. Penalty against Red, that's against the Sail Sharks. Saracens get themselves the penalty, and yes, Sail. Says Bupar there as well. Yeah, I hope you are doing well, Karma Peach. How's the stadium out there? Looking pretty full. I believe it's a sold-out atmosphere. Although I should mention there's probably about 3 less people now in the stadium due to getting kicked out because they decided to bring their flares to the rugby. Tom Curry back out on the field now. And F the Saris, F Sail, says Sebastian. And COYQ, eh? Normally 2 to 3 days at sea to Fiji. Wow. It seems like a little while, doesn't it? But then when you think about it, boats, yeah, they don't fly. I once went on a boat in Indonesia. That was a kind of dodgy scenario. We were on one of those shuttle ones going from one island to another, and as we were bouncing, the windows started cracking and the water was spraying in. It was quite an experience. I got there in the end. If you were the marketing team of the English Premiership, would you rise of the URC, or would the rise of the URC bother you? I mean, I think with the fact that they've lost a couple teams, it's kind of hurt them anyway. So I guess to a certain extent, but Premiership Rugby, I mean, the fact that they can still sell out a stadium this big, like, it's still decently large in England. But it's probably just getting a little bit more isolated to England. That's going to be another advantage now. Ball available. They could go for a cross kick here out to Elliot Daly. I don't think he saw him, Max Malins. In fact, it's Alex Good. Now goes off to Nick Tompkins. Finds the offload away to Good. Now goes away to Farrell. Now off to Max Malins. He's gone. He scored. Another try. Less bothered by the URC. More concerned by the financial disaster of the Premiership. See, I'm a bit the same as well. I want to see the Premiership continue, but it worries me that they lost 2 teams this year. And I really hope that that's not a sign of things to come. Like, you're already a competition with, I mean, it's a decent number of teams in it, isn't it? But yeah, you want to make sure that you're keeping all the teams available. And it's a shame about the Wasps, because I like their kit, because it was yellow and black. I'm so basic. Anything that's yellow, I'm like, wow, I've got to have it. Or I've got to look at it. Now, lining up this kick, Owen Farrell. My eyes doing that twitchy thing again. 30 seconds to take this kick, Farrell. Just looking at the post, waiting to see if they move. Looking relatively still at the moment, you'd have to say. And now, lines up the kick, and he gets it over. Premiership needs to an overhaul before they have a mass exodus. As well says Kern. London Irish are circling the drain. They might not exist next week, says Grant. Yeah, blokes like Brad Shields, Jacob Umunga deserve better. Yo, that's the thing. Like, Malachi Fekitoa, he ended up fine because he ended up going away to Munster. But where did Jacob Umunga actually end up going now? Did he join another side, or is he still a free agent? I'm going to have a quick look. Current team. Okay, he went to Benetton. Yeah, it's such a tricky one because you're all of a sudden, you've got all these players that you've got to try and find new clubs for because you can't afford to pay them because you've gone bankrupt. Exactly. They have several teams in danger, says Kerr, and yeah, decent crowds out there. Just the wrong teams, no Quins. Fair point. You think URC will surpass top 14 revenue of 100 million? I don't know how much money the comps make. I haven't really looked at those numbers. So if that's 100 million, what does Super Rugby make? Like 5 million if it's lucky? Somewhere around there? No, it's probably a bit higher than that. Maybe about 20 million? Good. Does well under that ball. It's okay, Munster aren't even Irish. Are they just on the soup anyway? Says Richard. Ball goes high. I saw that you commented, Nate, on that video, or I think it was that video of me and George playing the URC final. I do apologise for the audio in that one. Unfortunately, we did a couple tests to make sure the microphones were working, and then the one take that we did, the microphones weren't working. And no unlikely, top 14 is so well established in the country. URC has too much competition with other sports in the respective countries, says Kerr. And as well, nicely done here now for Saracens. Looks like it's going to be Lazowski. Sells the dummy. Good tackle made on him, though, to stop the chance of it. Oh, that looks good for Curry. Rips the ball away. Always handy on a breakdown. Although Maro Atoje says, can I please have that back? But he doesn't get it. 7 points difference at the moment. And all good Hamish, says Blues Nate. But yeah, I feel like there were a couple moments in that one that were very fun, and I had to get that video up. It was originally, George was going to be editing it, so we gave it to him mid last week. And then it was Friday, and he was like, nah, I'm not going to have it done. So then I was like, oh, okay, I'll try and get it done. And yeah, managed to edit it in between those last two live streams, plus in between each of the other ones. And well, if Munster aren't Irish, then Grant is obliged to forgive me. Says Gareth, going to be kicked downfield, 50-22 chance again here. Oh, what a kick. Owen Farrell gets it 2 meters out from the line. What an eggplant, as Kerr would say. Okay, it was taken back in, so it is still going to be a line-out throw for the Sale Sharks, but still a brilliant kick from Owen Farrell. Just nailing it. 2 minutes remaining in this first half. If Sale can survive here inside of their own territory, I'd say that they're doing pretty well. First half. They're Irish enough. Just the headline says it was there from Gareth. And what up, says the Shade Sports. Welcome in, Tony. This is a late night for yourself, mate. Are you up for the URC final? That's what's happened here, or are you just up at a random hour of the night? I hope you are doing well, though, Tony. URC makes 50 million to 60 million and increased significantly from last season. Feel like the URC has the potential of being similar to the Premier Football League of England, says Bupar. And that depends entirely on the results later, says Grant. And also, Tony got up to pee, says Grant. And I didn't even start this. Says Gav, nice ball on the outside. Now kicked him behind, curling for Daly, does just go out. I'm coming home from town pretty hammered. Ah, I see. Oh, yeah, you had the 40th, didn't you? The big woot woot. Everybody getting all sloshed and dat, as the kids would say. URC could hit 80 but struggle beyond that, says Kerr. And as you see, Hamish, I've disappointed me brothers. I don't know why I said that with a Jamaican accent. But disappointed my brothers, says Sebastian. Nah, you're all right. Seb, you're all right with me. Bring me in. I would be scared to, Tony. I could, but that would be very dangerous, wouldn't it? How many beersies or winesies or shots did you have? Tony's B-Day? No, not Tony's. Someone else's B-Day. Tony's not quite 40. Doesn't look a day over maybe about 15, I'd say, Tony. He's just got a very well-developed beard. 4 seconds remaining. And Hamish did his best Sebastian from The Little Mermaid, says Grant. And a lot less dangerous, says Distracted Sports. I mean, if you want to come on, I'll get you on. It's just, viewer discretion advised. I say Hamish sounds scouse. I was so confused, says Gareth. Now running around the side, Saracens, even though it is half-time, they don't want to stop playing. They want to have one last crack here. Now Tizard going out wide. Elliot Daly now got himself a bit of space down the wing. I wonder when the strippogram will arrive. Tell you what, if you didn't give George a warning that it was going to be here, he'll be gutted, I have to say. I don't even think they would do a strippogram to my location unless you're going to pay them a lot of money, but I feel like at this stage anything's possible, isn't it? Now Tompkins passes back across to Farrell. Jackson, Ray, and Barrett's away, deliveries arriving, who knows, says Kerr. Chip from Daly. I forgot how to use words. I don't know if my brain was just thinking or whether, that's going to go down, though. That'll be half-time, ladies and gentlemen. 20 points to 13 in this contest. Oh, it's been quite a fun half, hasn't it? Flown by. Relatively close one between the two sides. Yeah, they're actually mentioning about the orange-coloured protests. We recently found out that Sebastian from The Little Mermaid does not have a Jamaican accent in the Romanian version. Says Grant. Nozzy, you forget I have a few lady friends in the North Island and the South Island. Do you? Are any of them, single? No. I got a whole house to miss out. No. Although we will be away next Sunday and Monday. That's going to be fun, though. Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, fun halftime game. What should me, George, Daniel, Isaac, and maybe their girlfriends do when we're in Christchurch? What is an activity that you enjoy doing? Go-karting, mini golfing. What would you do if you had the town and a day/night cycle? What would you want to do? Do you think Sale covers +9? Tricky one. Very tricky one. Ex-girlfriend from Queenstown and one from Whangarei. Blowies. Well, yes. I don't know if me and... I was going to say I don't know if me and George are going to strip joints. If any in Christchurch, go-kart for me, says Bupa. And should Argentina, Georgia and Romania bid to host the Rugby World Cup? I mean, Argentina probably has the facilities, to be fair to them, but don't know about Georgia and Romania yet for their overall stadiums and whatnot that they have got available, because you want a couple big stadiums for the finals, something involving tits and drink, says Sebastian. Okay, that seems to be a bit of a trend at the moment, doesn't it? Although we've got to remember 2 out of the 4 lads have girlfriends. So they may not be so keen on the tits part, unless it's their own. Did I mention Blowies, Distracted Sports? No, I don't think so. You can double up on it. You should buy a frog and take it to the strip joint. Kerr would approve. He would. He would probably approve that much. He would fund the venture for us to take a frog to the strip club. And a bunch of mates at your age, we land. What is land? Oh, we landed Dota, Counter-Strike, then went to the club. Says Gareth. See, for us, I don't even know if we'll end up going to a club because we're only there for one night. I feel like if we were there for a second night, we would be able to. But George didn't want to go up on Saturday because he might have work. So he didn't want to go up on that day. Which kind of works for me because I have got Super Rugby. Doubling up on the blowies is actually a good call. There's the shirt of sorts, and yes, absolutely. Says Kerr. I think they're trying to wash the orange off the field now, which is good news. Yeah, still looking relatively packed in the stadium. I thought it was a sellout, which I think it might be close to. There's just a lot of people moving around. What is blowies? Says Boopar. Pretty much what you do is, you know when you have like a glass of lemonade or something with a few like carbonated, like, you know how it's carbonated? You just get the straw and you go, and then it ends up kind of bubbling all up, and the goal is to not have it bubble over. I'm in. Yep, I'm in, I think that would say from Tony. Might have clicked enter a bit early for that one. Yeah, I'm intrigued for what we're going to end up doing. I think we're going to end up pretty much doing what any teenagers would do when they go out and about. So it'll be like mini golfing and go-karting and all that stuff. Am 8 of 10 hammered, says Street Sports. Good. So, big night then. Did anything exciting happen on your night out, Tony? Did you see any action? Or not action, but did you see any drama or anything that was worth mentioning in terms of a story afterwards? Second half. I'm just waiting for it to get underway. Paintball, says Kerr. Paintball's a good option. Do they have it up there? Have a look. There's an island that does paintballing. One's called Kamikaze Paintball. That's a little bit out of town, but it could be doable. There's a couple in town as well, maybe. What's that one? Yeah, no, there are a few around the city centre. Delta Force Paintball in Christchurch. Okay, I got International Paintball one. Where is Delta Force? I found 4 others, but not Delta Force. Maybe they've changed their name, perhaps. And also we have got there, hunting those things are overrated. When you're keen, offer a night. Otherwise, go for a good supper and couple drinks after, says Gareth. And also, Hamish, keep it clean with you blowies description kids are watching. I thought I did pretty well, didn't I? That's all action here. Yes, Tony. Mate, go to a range and shoot a bit. Do they have archery in Christchurch? I enjoy a bit of archery. Archery Christchurch. Oh, they got archery clubs. We could go archery. Just don't wear yellow for the paintball. Yeah, true. Oh, speaking of yellow, Gareth, my friend. I can take that headphone off and you guys can still hear me. I got a gift in the mail the other day. I did, which was normally concerning, but in this case it was not. And what happened was I found that there was I just realized why it works so well, because we were on the couch. Pretty much, we got it there, yellow t-shirt with the hippo emoji, the one that hippo on YouTube, that wasn't a sentence, the one that Kerr uses on YouTube. What's a worst word? Vagina or moist discharge? Well, they're kind of different, aren't they? But then neither of them are that nice. Like, moist is a weird word in its own. You know, so we got the hippo on the front, and then it's party in the back. Wait for it. Is it doing it? There you go. Kiwi Lads 01 on the back. I have to put it up there. Is that working? Kind of. You can see it though. That's all shit. So that bollocks, alcohol, and breasts are the things to be accompanied with at your age. Also have some eggs and tomatoes on you in case you come across some Aussies, says Sebastian. Eggs and tomatoes on you. And I thought a bloody or a blowy. Oh mate, got pulled over by the cops, blowing it, sir. And also moisture, or moister than an oyster. Oh. Send Vince, mate. It says Fleshin. Or, sorry, it says Gareth to Fleshin. And also, all says distracted. And did the Chiefs win today? They did. They managed to beat the Brumbies. I'm going to put that back on that chair. Oh, that was perfect. That landed exactly where it was. I'm off to the range today. Ooh. And let me look on Hamish's behalf, says Gareth. We have a video. Ooh. We might have a video that's accessible. Or not. Where did I put it? Where would I have put it? I had a video, entertainment videos. Is that? No, that's the wrong folder. That one? Okay, that's when we destroyed a milk bottle. So that's not there. Phone. Ah, that might be it. Phone. Oh, okay, I might have found it, ladies and gents. Me and George went golfing. Okay, I found it. Yep. My eyesight has left me. Okay, Tony, just don't run full steam down your hallway. The best bit of advice I can give you, because if you do that, you're probably going to run into something, and we don't want to be responsible for that. You know? So what I'm going to do, where was that video? That was in that folder, and that was 33. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a video file, I should say, of this one, down to phone. Look for 3372. Here we go. So this is pretty much when George decided to try and hit a golf ball. I'll make me smaller. Here we go. I'm down in the corner.
Yep, nice.
Now that happened quite quickly, ladies and gentlemen, but pretty much what happened is he somehow hit the part next to you, which you aren't supposed to hit. You're supposed to get it through, but it just hit the side, unfortunately. Will you be showing the match? Sadly not. We aren't able to show any match footage or audio, but we are doing the commentary for the second half. Where did I put it? Title of Hamish's sex tape. Sounds about right. Yeah, I'll show it again.
Good luck. Yep, nice. I don't even know what that hit.
That rebound and kill me now.
So that's what happened when we were at a driving range. I'd like to go to another driving range though, I think. That would be a good idea. One more time, then we'll get back to the scoreboard.
Good luck. Yep, nice.
Good memories, eh? Back in the day. That was last year, or the start of this year. Are you still better at golf than me? I'm outrageously bad at it, says Sebastian. I think that was one of our only ones we had. I can't show you mine because I think George uses a bad word when I hit the ball, and it would probably get him cancelled. So we won't show my shot that I did. But, yeah, good fun overall. What is this video? It was a lady running over a tree on a ride-on lawnmower. I would assume me and George proceeded to have banter back and forth about it. What was the bad word George used? Well, I can't remember exactly what it was, but to be fair, we were in a public space, so it wasn't anything as bad as you guys are thinking it might be, knowing George. But it was still probably bad enough that YouTube would be like, no, don't have that. You know? But yeah, so that's the go. I don't know why I keep on looking down there. There's nothing down there other than a box of really, really old, well, not really, really old, like a month. How did they end up there? A month-old box of crackers that have been opened, so they'll be stale as absolute buggery. Should I eat one? I don't think it would be a good idea. Parental guidance would be recommended. Currently, the second half, I don't think we'll be too far away, which is good news. Players just about to make their ways out of the tunnel. I think George wants to get into golf, though. I think he said that it would be nice to have a sport that we can play. We just go out and have a leisurely day off. So I think he was kind of keen to play golf tomorrow, but by the time I wake up, seeing as tomorrow's today, yeah. And cheese and crackers is a decent midnight snack. It is. Eat one, says Kerr. I'll have a look at them. See, they're still like, they're open. They were put down there, I would say, because I was clearing my desk. Do they even have a crack in them? They're probably not even going to make like a cracking noise. Made a little bit of a cracking noise. Eat two. I don't know if £5 worth it, Kerr. I'll be honest, they might be a bit rough. And it's been open for like a month or so, I think. And sent a link. If you're keen, just contact and ask if they can provide what is needed, says Gareth. This place is outrageously cheap to get pissed, says Fleshin. Wait, if you're keen, just contact and ask. What is that for, Gareth? What is this link, Gareth? I don't want to click it. Is it a virus? Oh, Christchurch Gun Club. Okay, that's not what I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be something completely different. Yeah, I mean, that might be quite a bit of fun. Go shooting. Is that Claybird or just the 22 gauge ones? That's going to be kicked off high. Nicely taken by the Sail Sharks. Sail trying to charge forward. I might have a nibble of one of them at the end of the stream. See what that did? That's retention strategy. So that people stick around just to see me eat a cracker, which I don't think they will. Second half underway, ladies and gentlemen. That means we're getting closer and closer to the URC final. It is only 1 hour and 20 minutes away. Now off to the right-hand side. Oh, big shot on Good. Get him forced backwards. Now Funsell tries to snipe round the side. Aroni Maui. Tackled again. That was the second half just kicked off. Be sure to like and subscribe if both teams... Next year, Sebastian. The Quins are going to be in it, aren't they? I remember this year we were going to cover a lot of the Gallagher Premiership, and then Sky and New Zealand were like, hey, we're not going to show most of the games. And that kind of sacrificed it a little bit. Passing cross again, Tompkins, Farrell, short ball. He's been looking pretty strong throughout this contest, Owen Farrell, as much as people may not like him. Hasn't been too bad. Now, kicks it down the field. Go straight down. We've got a super sticker from Kerr, and it's bright red. We will have to have a look at what that is. Is it a hippo? If it is a hippo, I will be... Wait, are the hippos 2 or 3 pound ones? They might have hippo 2 pound. I feel like by now I should know this, shouldn't I? And the answer is... It is a yum. And it may be yum. They're not a bad cracker, to be honest. Little shout out. Cracked pepper and sea salt. Go nice with a bit of salmon on top. You know, not bad. And next year Quins will be in the URC because the Premiership has died, says Grant. That's going to be a kicked high. Alex Good taking it well again. Effing eggplants is good. And the good old eggplant. It's always the way though. When you have a player you don't like, he always plays well in that next game. Definitely the one that you mentioned at the start that you don't like him. So I feel like people should start getting strategic and say that they don't like Munster players, so that their Munster play a bit better in the first stages of the contest, Grant? They'll make it nice and close. Nicely taken. Oh, he was flying in there. A little bit high, the tackle attempt. It's weird not seeing Vunipola in that front row. Not in the front row, in that number 8 jersey. So he's going to be going up high for Wah. Putting it up. Tony, I feel bad because that's probably like drunk money. And then you'll see in the morning that you lost $90 and be like, oh, where did that go? Is your partner still awake, Tony? Does she know that you've just done that? That's a big shot for Makavinda move, but I do appreciate it. I just feel bad because you said you're 8 out of 10 drunk. Oh, what a try for Sale Sharks. Roebuck scores it. And they've done very nice. And let's play blackjack, lads. I'll raise it. Wait, no, you're not raising 90, are you? Raising 90 is a bit of a that's a steep bet. And I've got heaps of the stuff. Okay, well, that's good, Tony. I appreciate it. But yeah, hopefully you don't get in trouble for the donation. Tell you what, going into the plane ticket to get to Auckland, because those plane tickets seem to be pretty pricey. And also, we have got the District Sports Big Bro. Says Nate. That was brilliantly done by Roebuck to just continue chasing after that ball and not give up on it. Now makes the score that little bit closer. 18 points to 20. And there. And I was say, if I had a gun with 2 bullets standing in front of Farrell and my ex-wife, I'd shoot the eggplant twice. Oh no, poor Farrell. That ball was doing some weird things because it should have gone out, but it just didn't. It just stayed in the field of play that little bit more. And also, that's tits and drink money for your Christchurch trip. Says distracted. Oh, sorry, that was Sebastian, I should say. To be fair, this live stream, I think by the end of this one, by the looks of it, the accommodation for Christchurch might end up being paid for, which is pretty ideal. I think we're going to be vlogging while we're up there as well. We're going to have a random vlog in like a few weeks' time where we've done a whole heap of random stuff all in the one video. It's going to be kicked high. Nicely taken. A lot of subs being made now for the Sales Sharks. And come on, the Sharks, and distracted with the clapping and the money emojis. Oh, money emojis, I just called it. I don't know whether or not that will catch on. Do we like money emojis rather than money emojis? I don't know if that's a shortened term that makes me sound like I'm less masculine, you know, with money emojis, but I kind of like the sound of money emojis. We'll see. Come on, the Sharks, says Ed. And there's also the thumbs up from Blues Nate. Now Funsell going off to the right-hand side here. Big contact being put in. He doesn't look like he's too flash. Couldn't quite get the ball out. And more titty whoops. Whoops. Money emoji. says Blues Nate. That's the most gangster you've ever sounded. What money emoji? You think I'm hip and swagger? I got the swagger, Sebastian. I almost called you. I don't even know what accent that is. That was almost like half South African, half somewhere else. Now, nice run forward for the Saracens. They're getting closer now to the try line. Farrell, I thought he was going to go himself to score the try, but he gets the assist to Elliot Daly. And that's another try for Saracens. Award the try, then check, I think was what we were hearing. Munster are going to do it, I say. Says Connor. And also all the cash floating about, wetter than an otter's pocket. What's the difference between an otter and a meerkat? There's a bit, isn't there? I always think of meerkats and otters as the same thing, but they're very different. A meerkat is like the one that's on land, and an otter likes the water, doesn't it? Otter's kind of like a mini seal. Oh, hang on. Elliot Daly's foot's in touch. Doodah. That means Farrell it up all the doodah day. That was for you, Kerr. Yep, footer's on the line. She's going to be no try now. And that's going to be disappointing for Saracens. You can see the coach all of a sudden went from hit to all in an instant. Will now become, I believe, a line out. And meerkats have financial and insurance skills, whereas others don't, says Sebastian. That's a good point. Meerkats seem to always be very, very good at negotiating your extended warranties. Red card for the eggplant. Get him off, says Kerr there. I don't think he'll be going off till about the 70th minute. If not, maybe 75th. Will be interesting. Oh, over the top. Knock on. Right. Well, now Saracens have got the ball 5 metres out for the line. Can Farrell score the try? Going to be passed him behind. Farrell with the sling and pass. Lazowski, oh, he's put it down, but they had the advantage, so they'll go back for the scrum. Deliberately overthrown. Curry didn't realise that he was supposed to be catching that ball, unfortunately. Yeah, just didn't quite get it in his hands. Big contact, though, at the back between him and Dan. And the only time I've actively supported Farrell being pulled off, says Kerr. Imagine if he scores. I feel like you're just going to have a message that goes across the screen of just eggplants. Just a whole heap of them. 50 of the things. Now I have a question that I feel like I want to myth bust. Is Ben Sirion? Who's Ben Sirion? Oh, it's going to be the penalty going the way of Saracens, I should say. Yeah, I remember someone wrote a long message that went up to about here. What do you think the longest message you can write in a normal... Oh, I guess it would just be in a normal message as well. Like, what's the longest? I think it's 200 characters, isn't it? I want to know how high 200 characters goes on the screen. So anyone who just wants to randomly type, hit the character limit and then press enter, I want to put it up and see if it covers my mustache. That's the plan. No, Farrell is not a good player, myth busted, says Kerr. Yes, the myth of does Owen Farrell wrap his arms in the tackle? No. But puts in some big hits, doesn't he? And now he's going to be lining up the 3 points. Give them a 5-point lead in this final. And the kick is over. Once again for Farrell, so that will make the score now 23 points to 18. I'm curious to know, is that 200 characters? Is that really 200 characters? I think spaces help. I might spread it out a little bit more. Sebastian has put F the series. There you go, that went a little bit higher. Can you put more in a super chat? One moment, I'm going to check this. If I put a super chat, how long can I... Wait, you only get 50 characters. Oh, okay. I see how it is. So the more you donate, the more characters. That's such a setup. So the more you donate, the more characters you can get to be able to fill up the screen. So 10 New Zealand dollars is 200 characters. And then 50 New Zealand dollars is 250. And then like the most characters you can have is 350. That's 550 New Zealand dollars. That's kind of, I mean, that's smart on YouTube's part a little bit. Also, space counts as a character. It does, but it sometimes makes it look a little bit bigger. And also, FFF, the series from Sebastian for his 21-month membership. It's impressive. 20 months, that's almost 2 years, Sebastian. We need to bring in like a special 24-month emoji, don't we? Because I think some of you guys are getting very close to it. So perhaps we need to come up with something like a hippo for the 2-monther. Now that's going to be passed out wide. Curry down the wing. Bit of pace. Nice bit of speed being shown now around the side. Oh, that was too easy. That was way too easy for him to get over the line. Let's go, Sebastian. 21 months. Nice. Says Blues Nate. That was pretty well done. Who was that? Was that old what's his face? Hislop. No, Bevan Rod it was. Is George Ford still on? I believe so. Haven't seen too much of him lately, though. What's our hippo name, Hamish? The hippo's name on the super sticker thing. We could have it Alan the hippo, couldn't we? The actual hippo that they have, its name is Popo. But, yeah. I don't know if that will be the name of our hippo. And being here for a long time and not even close to being sick of it. Cheers for the hard work, courage, to Sebastian. No worries, and it's good to have you around for so long. Like, that's almost 2 years. That's longer than most people's, like, marriages last. And Popo. I like how Kerr just knows that. And that doesn't take up as much space as I thought it would. I should have done caps, says Kerr there. You see, they get very mushed, don't they? And it's 23-23. It certainly is. Scoreboard doesn't like me at the moment. There we go. It's almost getting there. Now it's 25-23. Sale Sharks, for the first time in this contest, will get themselves the lead. And the Rocks, Sebastian Grima, solid guy. In there as well. Nicely taken. Now moving up to about 25 metres out from their own line here. Sale Sharks. 53 minutes through. This game's flying by. I think it's because we're just having a whole heap of random chatter on it as well. Average ruck speed. Saracens a little bit slower than the Sale Sharks. 2.6 seconds. That's gone a Leinster ruck speed right there. Kick hasn't gone into touch. Saracens keep the ball in the field of play. Tom Curry has to take it at the back and now does the spin. The next match should be a good match. I'm hoping it is going to be. And who do you think wins? Says Escholard at the moment. Or Escholland? If I've said that correctly. It's hard to tell. Like, these two sides are back and forth. Saracens were favourites, but now I'm not too sure. You have the gold badge. So you've been a member for at least 6 months as well. Says Sebastian there. Who you got? Hamish, Stormers versus Munster. I mean, Stormers have not beaten Munster ever before, but they are at home. They've been looking quite strong. I'm going to say that they narrowly sneak it in a real close fixture. Sale is starting to sail, or Sale is starting to sail, or maybe not. Says Nate. Now inside of their own 22. Kicked up high. Down towards the halfway line. Nice take there from Alex Good. Had to try and fall the right way. I've been told to get out of there. Mainly Tom Curry. Now going for the cross kick here. It's an awkward one, and it does end up hitting the hand of the 23. And also, what's the difference between Owen Farrell and a joke? Nothing. Poor Owen, eh? Are there any other Owen Farrell jokes out there? I doubt that if... Tell you what, we're going to Google Owen Farrell jokes. Let's see if anyone... Oh, okay. We've got one. It is... Where'd it go? Owen Farrell. Where did it go? Okay, this is not actually... Owen Farrell may be Marmite, but he's an excellent 10. That wasn't good, was it? And Munster to win the next match, and I feel like Hamish does more commentary when the WWFC is not on the stream, says Grant. Although these ones are always like a catch-up stream, aren't they, with the boys, the lads, the dream team. Does make the games. I feel like you got to have a catch-up game every once in a while, you know, so that you like get to that bottom like level of finding out what everyone is doing. If that makes sense, like you want to get to the bottom of what they've been up to, whether they've been in a car or eating mangoes, finding hippos. Daly's missed the kick there, so that's not good. And also 11 months for Blues Nate. Kiwi lad, Sebastian and Hamish. Cheers, gent. Cheers, Nate. So yeah, you're very close to the 12-monther for that one. And both fly halves, great players, says Rob. Yeah, like both sides, they've got world-class talent. It's just whether or not they are going to be able to put it together for the final moments. What's the difference between an eggplant and a joke? Now, I assume there's something in there about Owen, but I'm not sure how. I know how it ties in a little bit, but not quite. Owen Farrell doesn't take a joke. Ah, I see. Yes. And one up to go, and it'll be a platinum, as well as says Sebastian, and if eating mango, says Grant. Those are words to get you banned, Grant. You know? Do they still have mango at the supermarket at this time of year? I don't think they do. And Kerr has got on the catch up with the 2 months, but he's still flying forward. It's been it's been an effective 2 months, Kerr. You certainly had your impact in that time. 1 month to go. Oh no, I read that one, didn't I? I'm going to look up to see if they still sell mangoes at the local supermarket. I don't think they do though. I think they're out of season, which is real sad. Mango. Yeah, nah. No mango. Only mango you can get is frozen or dried mango. Oh, bouncy ball. Rob Duprea has just nailed a kick again, ladies and gents. Mangoes can eat a bag of eggplants, says Grant. Now, Grant, you're being very angry. You're being very mean to the mangoes. It's gone over the top. I've never actually tried an eggplant, to be fair. Sour Sharks, they are firing up at the moment. And also Kerr with the glass and the thumb up there as well. Now throwing it in, let's go. Kerr, hurry up. No, okay. Here's Nate. Nice rolling maul now for the Sale Sharks. I said, still got a little bit of work to do defensively here. Looks like Maratoje just sneaking in a little bit. Hasn't changed the bind, but he didn't end up with the ball. Now Manu Tuolangi, the big man, driving hard, 10 metres out from the line. Going off to the left-hand side, George Ford sells the dummy. He doesn't normally go for the pick and go himself. Currently Googling import fresh mango cod to New Zealand. Says Kerr, tell you what, it would cost an arm and a leg, I would think. I feel like there's a whole system that you got to go through. And also they're aubergines, for F's sake. Yeah, but look at the spelling of that compared to eggplant. Like, who wants to try and spell aubergines? Know what I'm saying? And also Kerr with the glass and the thump, another title of Hamish's sex tape. Sounds like I'm going to have many sex tapes. That's enjoyable stuff, isn't it? Exactly. Says Nightmare Fish. Only 2 points difference. Right. 5 metre line out. Men make a decision early on about eggplant, whether they say I've got one or I'm good with it, and they decide they're effing delicious. Only women tend to dabble in tasting oyster, says Kerr. Everyone understand that one? It's not aubergine, it's brinja or brinjal. And I'm praying that the series score a converted try, says Nightmare Fish. But the thing is, that may not be enough. I think they're going to need at least a couple tries here with the pressure that Sale are creating, because they are right on the line at the moment. Saracens doing well to get the turnover, though, at line-out time. Have it back. Looks like Max Malins will be firing this one back into the pocket. I strongly see Munster winning next game, says Encholand. I should say. We will be covering that next game, ladies and gentlemen. We will be starting that one at 4:15 a.m. New Zealand time, which is in 45 minutes. I think. Yeah, 45 minutes. And I strongly see Munster. Oh, no, I read that one. That should be a great game of rugby to watch between the two sides. It's weird that food has different names in different countries. Says Richard. It is a bit, isn't it? And bet Andy Farrell will wish... Oh, jeez. No, I'm sure he's very proud of his boy. And, oh, it's a loose ball. And that he got to beat him in the Six Nations. So, Sharks. Now look to the right. Sorry, back to PG now. Apologies, says Kerr. Nah, it's all right. It's a late night live stream. No children are watching that we know of. With the morale that the converted try will bring, they will hold them for the 15 minutes. Says Nightmare Fish. Right, sounds like there might be a sub being made. Another stoppage here. There's been plenty of stamina used out there on the park. Looks like someone's already got cramp. That might be actually a Duprea. Three tries for Sale Sharks, 2 for Saracens. So there's extra couple threes. I take my time out on the naughty step, says Kerr. I remember my mum on a live stream. She was telling the story how she tried the naughty corner with me and my sister. Apparently, we just laughed at her, which is interesting, isn't it? I think that was more for my sister. She was the more troublesome child, you know. I once tried to take a button from primary school when there was a bucket of 1,000 buttons. I grabbed one, put it in my pocket. Told the story before, but I took it back the next day, put it back, no one noticed. So I was, could have gone to prison for that. Could have been in juvie for many years. Now thrown in for Saracens. Saracens for life. Oh, Nightmare Fish, my jaw just cracked. And I was yawning. Hamish the button thief, says Grant. I hope to be a Saracens player when I'm older, said Nightmare Fish. How old are you at the moment, Nightmare? And also, what position do you play? Do let me know. That kicks high. Nicely taken by O'Flaherty. Sale still making their way forward, but the penalty goes the way of Saracens. Just those little penalties at the moment. 11, says Nightmare Fish. Is that you are... Oh, okay, I was going to say, is that 11 and you play 11 or 11, but you play number 7? Okay. Could be a future for you there. Just make sure you're training hard. Get that fitness up. Fitness is the main thing. As long as you're a fit player, like, you'll relatively do well because you'll just look like you're doing something out there on the field. So, yeah, make sure you're nice and fit. Getting plenty of exercise in. And also in parts of Cape Town, stealing a button would get you killed, says Grant. But would it help if I put it back the next day? Would that just get me seriously injured, I guess, rather than being deceased? Now passed across. Oh, Tompkins there, straight in the breakdown. Nope, didn't get the turnover, thought he had it. Now Farrell decides to switch it up a little bit here. Good run forward from Alex Good. It's been a hard territory battle between these two teams. Very close game. Been very enjoyable. Offloading the ball backwards. Doesn't quite work out there. Now looks like it is going to be rolled back. Use please, says the referee to Davies. It's going to be backwards. Tom Curry now finds his offload off to O'Flaherty. It went backwards, but a lot of pressure being put on him. Now on the breakdown, Saracens not able to get the turnover. It's a bit intense, isn't it? Final moments of this contest. Still another 16 minutes to go, of course, but still feeling the intenseness. Take it steady, Callum. Who's Callum? Looking through at names, I'm not seeing a Callum. I think he might have been in the starting lineup rather than the reserves. But a good kick downfield from Raffy Quirk. Sale Sharks just rushing up, putting them under pressure. making it very hard to get out of there. Oh, and Farrell's still got a big smile on his face, although he is also puffing very hard. I get you. We need to stop all those yawns before the URCs, because if I get accused of finding South African rugby boring, I'll get myself in a lot of trouble. So we've got to be wide awake for that one. Oh, they're changing the name. TNT Sports. What it's going to become, rather than Sky over there, I think it is at the moment. New name, same game is the saying. That's quite a fun saying, isn't it? Quite rolling off the tongue-esque. Another stoppage here, just getting the line out set. A bit over 49.5. I pray for another score, says Etcheland. Yes, that was close. 48 currently. There should be another point of some sort in this one. A champion effort. I just got a bit of broccoli out of my teeth from lunch. Been pissing me off for 2 hours now. That's the length of pretty much a rugby game. So you have done very well, Kerr. So there was broccoli on the lunch plate. What else was there, Kerr? I got myself a little chicken pasta thing that I haven't tried yet, but I'm concerned about it. I don't know if it will be any good. 15 minutes remaining. Line out throw now for Theo Dan. Stolen. It wasn't actually Dan, it was Ewan Ashman as well. But the worst one, I think, even worse than in the teeth, is, you know, when you feel like you've got it under your tongue, and it's at the back under the tongue, and you just can't get it out, and you kind of go, and you can't quite get it. You know that feeling? Just me? Maybe. Now, charge down for the Sale Sharks. Now having to jump on this one. There was not a lot of movement in that ground. It looked like it was very dry at that stage, or that part of it. Now going off to the left-hand side, Elliot Daly for the corner scores the try for Saracens. Well, there's your 49.5. And now Saracens take the lead back. Chicken pastor. Didn't know chickens are religious, says Grant. Roast potatoes, Cajun chicken, and a bit of quiche. Sounds all right, doesn't it? How's the weather in Cape Town? Looking good for the finals. I went off quiche for a while, mainly because of a school trip. We went on and there was a lady, one of the parents who came along, who was very environmentally friendly. So she was, each night, rather than getting to eat dessert, she'd make us put a layer of jelly in a jar. And then what that would do is then on the last night of about a 5-day camp, we got to have this dessert. And by then it was not good. Like, she made us put like sponge cake pieces in it, and they were all soggy and disgusting. So we didn't get desserts. Then we had nachos one night, which I wasn't that much of a fan of. Luckily, my dad came on the trip and he snuck us into the kitchen, and we had some cornflakes for tea because he was able to kind of negotiate. You know, he was able to find where stuff was. And then the night after, we had a quiche. And because she was very much save the planet, don't waste anything, there were chunks of nachos in that quiche alongside a whole heap of other random stuff that had been used from days before. So that was like my quiche breaking point, you know. I was like, okay, not sure about these anymore. I do enjoy a Copeland's quiche. Somewhere that's very nice here in New Zealand is Copeland's, definitely in the South Island, kind of like a bakery chain. And make all the good quiches and whatnot. But yeah, it was a scary experience. She also, like, each night before bed, she'd tell us how to be more environmentally friendly. I think the teachers hated it, to be honest. Like, they were just wanting us to get ready for bed, and she'd be making someone brush their teeth in front of the class while filling up water bottles to show how much water was used when you don't turn off the tap. I did say this game could go either way. It's ping pong today, which after Thailand, I found I quite enjoy, says Kerr. So let's go, says Etcheland. And let's go the Stormers, says Rooster. Now going back across. So Saracens, they didn't manage to get the conversion. Big run there from Rod. 12 minutes remaining. I'm glad it's a close final, though. I feel like a one-sided final never really feels great, does it? A quiche is nothing but a failed pie. Well, this one was a quiche made of everything you can imagine that was in a kitchen. Like nachos, leftover like vegetables and whatnot, and all this other random stuff. But my dad kind of ran, he was kind of like, not a drug dealer, but he was a food dealer. Because like none of the kids were eating the stuff that she was making because it was not good. So Dad had to try and like sneak kids in to the kitchen so they could have something to eat for their tea while she was out giving her speeches. 10.5 minutes remaining. Looks like Riccione might have a little bit of an injury here to his leg, getting it stretched out by the medic. And also, that's funny. That's how I described Owen Farrell. A failed pie, eh? Manu Tuolangi, he's made his way off the field now for the Sale Sharks. A pretty decent game today, Manu Tuolangi, getting a few good running meters for his side. Still with 10.5 minutes remaining. It's going to be a close finish, that is for sure. 3 points difference, Sale. The question is, if they get a kickable penalty, do you take... You got to take the 3, don't you? If it ends up in that scenario. Looks like Davis is not too far away from making his way onto the field. Jeez, Ella Davis, I mean, I've looked at the man before, but his chin has grown, hasn't it? His chin starts like, that's a jawline and a half. I thought that Jamie Roberts had a chin on him. I'm taking under 59.5 as a brave man, maybe not, says Etcheland. I feel like the commentator's comment applies to you as well, Etcheland, and he said, don't make a stupid error. And the talking, build up for the Munster Stormers game is about to start on TG4. I'll say you're not wrong, says Grant. Now rolling forward nicely here. Dono, don't change. That's, of course, Jono Ross, Sale Sharks captain. Ball available at the back for Saracens. Inside ball. Here goes Max Malins. Looking for the pass on the outside. Does get it away to Daly, who does get dragged down. Oh, Farrell was on the outside. They go on the inside. I think he's over the line. No, he's held up. Ella Davis, he's saying, I got that one down, sir. They might have to check that. Owen Farrell would have actually scored the try if he had passed to it. Fun fact. Okay, Luke Pearce has just asked the player, you reckon you scored, haven't you? And he's like, yeah, I think something of the ball is touching over the line. So that's kind of like, I mean, that's good refereeing to a certain extent. I think they were going upstairs anyway, but I don't see this being anything but a try for Funsale. Goes down. Oh, tell you what, I think somehow Carpenter may have stopped that. They're just checking another angle here. He gets his arm crushed under the ball. That's very close. I don't know if they're going to call it conclusive. You can tell that the commentators, one of them is a Saracen supporter because he's going, that's a try, that's a try. But... one of the commentators is firing back at him. One of them's going, that's a try, and he's going, no, it's not. I think this is going to be called as no try because they can't find clear, conclusive evidence. So I think it's going to become a goal line dropout and the crowd are going to boo very loudly. Number one reason Farrell was a total prick, paid a fortune, never donates to the Kiwi lads, says Kerr. That is true, but I know someone who does. And that is Popo the Hippo. The main mascot of the Kiwi lads. You know, he's even on a shirt now, isn't he? Of course, the man behind the mascot, Captain Kerr. Right, so one of the commentators wants it to be a try. Oh, they award the try. Funsale fires up. Be happy about that one. I'm always ready to send someone to the shadow zone, of which I've obviously shown my criteria. Sometimes just because I up for talk when I should be, says Gareth. And look, short double movement commentator, says Nate. So yeah, one of them said it was a try, one of them said it wasn't a try, but that now makes the difference. 8 points between these two teams with a kick to come in favour of Saracens. Sale Sharks need to score very soon. Fun fact, Popo is slang for homosexual in Romanian. Well, that's unfortunate for our hippo mascot. That's why we changed his name. Which, did we come up with a good name for him? I know someone said Alan. Alan the hippo. Kind of it could start with H, but my name starts with H, so I don't think that would work. Yeah, I don't know. Owen Farrell lining up this kick. 24 seconds left on the clock for him, and he does get it over. That gives them a nice lead. Ed Vogel has got the Sharks in there as well, going for Sale in this contest. They are now down by 10 points. They're going to need a big last 8 minutes to be able to finish this game. They kick it off high. Even if they just get themselves a penalty, we could end up going to golden point time in this contest. That ball is loose, and it's nicely taken now. Oh, big running run, or big running contact on Ross. Stepping from James. Sounds like there's a penalty to Saracens. Overran, fair play, or fair. Gareth, get the party going, mate. There's Blues Nate. Yeah, he didn't quite get that one right. Ended up connecting with Carpenter. A pretty decent game. He almost saved that try for the Sale Sharks, but they now will kick that one downfield. Saracens can get themselves another try now. Could be the difference. Jean-Luc Deprea going off the field. That is for Ellis. He's now made his way on there. Tom Ellis. Very tall individual. Also looked like Ezequiel is not too far off. Maybe coming off the field. I think they've still got Callum Hunter-Hill or Toby Knight that they could use. Seems like they've decided to leave their players out there for a relatively long time. Although now it seems like maybe they are going to make that change. Dugdale now off the field. Beaumont has come back. Nicely taken by Ezequiel. Our ball is available at the back. Dan walking forward. Making a huge amount of meters. Riccioni has gone off the field. That is going to be for Judge. Now makes his way on. Luke Pearce, he's been very keen with getting this ball out from those breakdowns, which I think has been pretty good because overall it's just meant that the game has progressed a lot quicker. Yeah, injury here, unfortunately, for Sale Sharks. Looks like some sort of head injury. So they do have to turn off the time, and that will now be a Saracens scrum feed. There have been many, many injuries throughout this game, but both sides have been throwing absolutely everything into it. So you can understand why there has been a couple sneaking around there. Glancing contact, but they do want to check it again here. Oh, did Johnny Hill try and milk that? Oh, it's going to be a yellow card. Johnny Hill knew what he was doing there. Because he looked at the ref and went, ow, and then went down. Number 17 now off the field. Saracens playing with a one-man disadvantage. Owen Farrell's going, but I use my shoulder all the time. What's the problem? Yeah, Owen Farrell's not happy. It's going to be a yellow card for the replacement Lucia prop. That is Robin Hislop. Not going to be the most popular man as he makes his way off the field. As it's gone from being a scrum to Saracens. Okay, Owen Farrell. What's happened there? He's now fired up. Saracens two-man disadvantage, no? Says Kerr. Owen Farrell's still on the pitch. He is. Didn't get a yellow card for arguing with the ref. Not quite, anyway. A round out of Grey Goose vodka. One shot's too many. Might not make it to the URC. Could see me later. Says Nate. And also, that was a Manc accent, was it? Says Sebastian. Was it any good? Owen Farrell's one. It wasn't the greatest, I'll admit. The accents, they've gone downhill a little bit ever since I started trying to do a South African one. Downhill from there, I think. Now, nice run from Ashman. Finds the offload. And Johnny should be a farmer. Quality milking. Says Joe Bro. And if Farrell gets sent off, that's the same as gaining a player. Now, 22 metres out. Sale Sharks need a try to get them back into this contest. Make it go down even closer to the wire. Johnny Hill, I think, still out there on the field. I don't think he ended up in the scenario of having to go off for his head injury assessment after getting crunched the way he did. Now passing back across. George Ford sold the dummy. Great work there from him, but brilliant defence from Max Malins. He just shut down about a four-man backline. And there's a knock on as well. Kick downfield from Saracens. Oh, what a 50-22. And that is sensational stuff from Saracens. Theo Dan, the replacement hooker, just nailed a 50-22 with a spiral boot. That is very, very decent. Ain't got a run, I'll be back, says Kerr. Yeah, just goes straight the way that he needed it to. Bounced within about maybe 20 centimetres of the touchline. And you could see the desperation or the disappointment on the face of the Sale Shark supporters when that one happened. And O'Neill looks nasty, yellow, says Nate. And Tuolangi, he can't believe it. Ever seen a hooker? Oh, I see, even the hooker is better than the eggplant, says Kerr. Tuolangi now. You see the face. He looks frustrated. He's kind of standing in the middle of the nowhere. Mani Tuolangi. And they are doing the zoom-in shot of the Saracens coach, big boy Manu Tuolangi. Says Nate. Now the opportunity for Saracens. From here, I mean, Sale Sharks need to win a penalty of some sort, get themselves down the field and score themselves a try. Zekwe, though, takes it nicely. If they get themselves another one, this will be the icing on the cake for Saracens. Now rolling forward nicely. Down by Saracens. And the turnover's good. Now they do get themselves the scrum, the Sale Sharks. The time is running low, though. 4.5 minutes remaining. They need a try. We surely go to Golden Point if they're even, don't we? Imagine if this game goes as long as the start of the URC. That would be quite incredible, wouldn't it? But at the moment, it seems like maybe Saracens might have just enough. I'm starting to get the hiccups. Oh, Maui's back out on the field. And no, if not Saracens, says Gareth. Right, Jackson Ray goes off the field. Now that is for Maui. Final time. Gets the big round of applause from the crowd. Come on, you Quins, says Sebastian. And there as well. Gets greeted by his teammates on the sideline who are all giving him a round of applause. 309th game as a Saracens player. That is incredible stuff. And no, you're on for Munster, and I hate you, says Gareth. How long left? Still 4 minutes. That's going to be a free kick now in favour. Scrum again, please. Okay. That we're just making sure that they wanted the scrum. Luke Pearce was using up about 30 seconds. Lost weight. Oh, is my eye crooked? Sure, Mani Tuolangi looking good. Yeah, he does look a little bit slimmer. Mani Tuolangi around the head. Don't worry about the time Munster are losing, says Gareth there. And yep, says Nate. Although, fun fact, Gareth, you're not going to like this fun fact. I will accept one, I guess, slightly abusive message for this one. The Stormers have never beaten Munster, whereas Munster have beaten the Stormers twice, including once in Cape Town. That's a fun fact. Did you like that one? Probably not. Manu was looking World Cup weight, says Gareth. I was young and thick, Gareth, says Sebastian. Now, 3 minutes remaining. Sale Sharks, they need a try or they need 3 points. Try would be more preferable because then they put themselves in the situation of they could still win the game. Taken nicely by Sale Sharks. Was the ball dropped? No, he managed to just hang on to it. Big run forward from Tom Ellis. Short ball, big shot coming in there. You can hear the contact between the players. Ewan Ashman looked like he wanted to take that one. Not going to be able to. Now back across to the right-hand side. Carpenter moves into the Saracens half. Saracens, they'll try and slow this down as much as they can. Thanks, Hamish. I'm Darank. Manu Slimmer. Phew, says Blues Nate. That's the thing. Some of these players, I guess, with the World Cup just around the corner, he wants to make sure that he's match fit. Doesn't want to end up with any sort of injury that would keep him away from a chance at a World Cup. What can a try do for Sale Sharks? A try here would still give them the opportunity to get either a draw or a win, as long as they score it in the next minute or so. And that looks like a possibility. It's a great run down the wing now. Oh, he's dropped the ball. Okay, now that's kind of butchered the chance. Now Elliot Daly booting it downfield, forcing them back. Oh, this might be another 50-22. Although the ball looks like it's just going to pull up in the in the 22 region. Now back across. Great step there in the midfield from Duprea. Finds the offload up. Now Tom Curry, with 1 minute remaining, they are still not giving up yet, Sale. And also we have got the Amish. My response isn't abusive. It's you're going to eat those words, and I on the stream or not willing to own up to that, says Gareth there. I feel like it's going to be a fun stat to mention, though, because if the Stormers do win, I feel like that will make it feel that much more special, if that makes sense, because Munster, they come in as heavy underdogs. People are expecting the Stormers to win, but for them to win is actually a big achievement, if that makes sense, because they haven't beaten this Munster side before. So I feel like it adds that little bit of extra juiciness on the top of it. Now back across to the right-hand side. 20 seconds remaining. Now it's just that question of can they get within the 7, I guess, for them in this final try and make the scoreboard look that little bit better. Out to the short side again, far out. Come on, Sale, fire up, boys. Come on, Munster, says Sebastian. The crowd counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full siren is sounding. Sale Sharks, they're on their 22. They sling it back across. George Ford now. Looks like Sale Sharks, they want one more, although Saracens looking for that turnover perhaps. George Ford going back across. Carpenter now. Trying to go forward. Saracens get the turnover. It is clean. It is good. And Fun Sale will put it back into the pocket. And it is Owen Farrell who kicks the ball into touch. The Gallagher Premiership 2023 champions. It will be the Saracens. Come on, Munster, let's go, says Connor there. They've worked hard throughout the season. They were top of the table going into this competition or going into the playoffs, and they remain that way at the end. Why are you doing this, Sebastian? As much as they aren't Irish, they ain't English. Do you hate us? Says Gareth. 35 points to 24. Oh, I'll tell you what. I feel like I can tell exactly where this commentator is from. He's saying how hard it was for Saracens to be able to go for that first 10 minutes and then end up in the scenario of having to make the comeback. They were ahead for all of this game pretty much, other than a couple moments. But they were certainly pushed by the Sale Sharks. That is for sure. But brilliant work from Owen Farrell. And as Saracens told the story on Discord, of course, I don't hate you, but I can't go back now. No, this is why we lager the wages, lager the wages the world against us comes from, says Gareth. Yeah, nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. We have got 15 minutes to our next live stream starts up, and that will be the URC final taking place between the Stormers and Munster. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Are you fishing for abuse, you treacherous vampire? Oh, that man is covered in blood. Like, it's not good for Carpenter. They're going to have to fix him. But yeah, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. URC final in 15 minutes time. Stormers versus Munster. We will see you all for the next one.